you sing in Sanskrit or Bengali, but you're Argentine, Colombian, you know. You do that because it's a tradition. You say Samsaranava Nalalina Loka Tanaya Karunya Ganaganaryam. And you can sing that every day just because you're a nice devotee, but you still don't understand it. So therefore, grace of Gurudeva Tulananda in his poetic abilities, now we sing Qual bosque jamma el mundo nos quema para salvarnos como una nube vienes. And in Bulgaria we can sing in Bulgarian, in Germany we can sing in German. It does have a negative aspect to it. What is it? It's not international. When I'm in Czech and I go to Bulgaria and they sing in Bulgaria, I can't understand it. If they sing in Sanskrit, well, I also don't understand it. But I understand a little bit more because I know the translation, no? But Srila Prabhupada solved that problem very easily. He just chanted Hare Krishna Maha-Mantra with everybody, and that everybody can understand. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This song has been sung in more variety, in more melodies, in more music styles, in more occasions than any other song on this planet. I don't think any other song can compete. You know, the Christians, they repeat the Padre Nuestro, in English, how you call it? Our Father. Our Father in heaven. But they don't sing it with music. You never hear anybody. There's one version in Chile, very nice, made on our CD called Patagonia Sin Represas. But otherwise, so nobody sings. What Christian song is always repeated? Like a short song, always as a song. They don't have one. The Muslims, they don't have a song which you always repeat and which you sing in different varieties. The Jews don't have such a song. So the only religious song which is always coming back is Hare Krishna. I can tell you a few funny stories about that too, but basically the funniest story was Julio Iglesias. Julio Iglesias he spoke to George Harrison and he says, I want to make a Spanish version of the song Mi Dulce Señor, My Sweet Lord. So George told him, yeah, he can do so. So he made a copy of the song and he sang it and recorded it under his name. So in the song there's Hare Krishna. So when the Hare Krishnas heard Julio Iglesias chanting Hare Krishna, oh, very nice. So they went to him to congratulate him. Congratulations for chanting Hare Krishna. But Julio Iglesias is not a devotee. And when he realized that by producing this CD, he was kind of chanting Hare Krishna also, he asked all these records to be collected again and destroyed. He didn't want to be identified as somebody who chants Hare Krishna. Then another group asked George Harrison for permission to also record My Sweet Lord. He also gave the permission. But they were Christians, and they said, we want to sing it but without the Hare Krishna. And George Harrison said, no, if you want to sing this song, then you have to sing it with the Hare Krishna. This is my song, that's the way it is. So then you got the Christians chanting Hare Krishna in that version. So that was a very nice service of George Harrison to put the Christians to chant Hare Krishna. So the Krishna song in the history of mankind, actually the My Sweet Lord is amongst the three most heard songs. Can you imagine that? The three most heard songs in the world, in the history, on the radios. One of them is My Sweet Lord. So that's not easy to get there, no? But My Sweet Lord is nothing. The Hare Krishna mantra in millions of melodies. Reggae style, salsa style, rock style, mantra style, Indian style, Manipuri style, South India style. You mention it. This mantra has been sung and recorded as well in thousands, if not millions of occasions. And the first time George Harrison took it to commercial recording, the first time, that was in the time of the Apple still, it was so successful that it was for like 10 weeks in the top of the charts as the top music. In Yugoslavia, it stayed there for more than a year or so. Everybody wanted to hear it. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So that was one song. Now we also sing the translation, Oh my Lord, please let me be an instrument of your love. That will also be one of the top songs to be heard in the world, because we are repeating it. Actually, Bhakti Shakti, she made something called in all the languages of the world, Oh my Lord, please let me be an instrument of your love, which is the Maha-Mantra as well. So the recording, the number one recording of the Maha-Mantra was actually not George Harrison. I think, or I'm not sure which came first. Maybe it was, I don't know. The musical Hair, which was a kind of a hippie musical, that was the one where I heard the Maha-Mantra the first time. And that went all around the world. As a matter of fact, the musical Hair still exists. Still it has presentations in the world. It was quite popular, even though it carried quite some misconceptions as well. But the musical Hair, let's see if we can remember the melody of that. Anybody has a good memory melody? Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So that was one of the first time Maha-Mantra went into the ears of the world in a amplified feature, even though in the hair music, in the end of the mantra, they are changing it to marijuana, marijuana, marijuana. So they had a big misconception as far as what this mantra was all about. But you know, I heard it. I wasn't speaking good English at the time. I started chanting Hare Krishna from the musical air, and I didn't chant marijuana. That thing I never understood. So you hear what you have to hear. Then there was another one, another classical beat, that was from the group Quintessence. Quintessence was maybe even earlier than George Harrison. Again, I don't know the dates, but they recorded Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. So they actually, in this song, they introduce a choir chanting of the Maha-Mantra because they started singing it in 3 different tones. So we can try that now. We sing it in the 3 tones. Let's see if we get the choir together. We should sit on that side. So the Hare, so it is. So the ladies, they sing one song, and then there's 2. It goes like Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Keep singing. Hare Krishna. Now this sector. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Strong voices. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Go on. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Strong voices. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, yo yo yo, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, compite, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. This sector doesn't compete. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai. Well, it wasn't much of a choir. Most of us would not be accepted in a choir. They say, no, to sing with, you would be accepted. You would be accepted. A choir, you have to put the voice, but it still sounded nice. So that's the first time I heard it. The Maha-Mantra. Actually, there's one in the Sofia choir. Unfortunately, the CD. Did you check out the CD? Huh? It doesn't work. So the Sofia choir CD didn't work. Please tell them in there. Anyhow, the others do work. So it's a very interesting thing. These are the three first times the Maha-Mantra was recorded and broadcasted in wide spectrum. Quintessence not so wide, but I mean, I heard it, and I had their altar, and in our association we are using that picture of quintessence of Lord Krishna meditating on Radharani. This is our inbound yoga Yogeshwara picture, which it started. So 40 years ago I saw this picture and made my first altar. I saw this and spontaneously put it on my altar and started offering some incense and like that, without having ever seen an altar, ever heard of an altar. But this immediately conquered me, this Krishna meditating. So in this way, this was the first. But after that, oh my God, 108 melodies of Maha-Mantra, and in all the festivals, and you go anywhere there's a festival, Hare Krishna is being sung. Sai Baba has his people singing Hare Krishna in the yoga festivals. Now there's the Kirtan world, the Krishna Das, no? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So now you have, I mean, the Maha-Mantras out there doing its business. And yeah, surprising people have chanted Hare Krishna. People you don't expect to chant Hare Krishna, like Annie Lennox or something like that. They also, like Nina Hagen. Nina Hagen for a while was chanting Hare Krishna on all her festivals. So it was like, my God, And then you have the classical recordings, like Ilan Chester, Havi Prabhu just made this classical recording of the Maha-Mantra. It's surprising, you know. You have to understand this is the Yuga Dharma. Kali Kalena Nama Krishna Kali Kalena Yuga Dharma Nama Avatara. That the name of Krishna is the incarnation of the Lord in this age to reach out to everybody. That is a authorized Kali Yuga Tarak Mantra. There's many ways. The Prema Mantra, Maha-Mantra, Tarak Mantra. There's so many ways it has been presented over and over again. It has been printed so many times. I don't think any other religious expression on this planet or Earth has been that intensively, happily reproduced. And in South America we are chanting it with the natives also. They also know it. It's universal. Mahaprabhu knew quite well what he was doing. He chose the Maha-Mantra. Can you imagine? Our saint, our God, our incarnation, our Lord Chaitanya introduced 500 years a mantra from the Vedas. Actually in Katha Upanishad it's mentioned as Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. There is some interpretation that first came Rama, then came Krishna. So that's how it is in Katha Upanishad. But then Mahaprabhu turned it around and said it's Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So there's a very interesting history of the Maha-Mantra. And the Maha-Mantra is booming. It has not reached its zenith. And it has not reached its end. And I think it will never ever reach its end. Because it's, well, I don't know, the end of Kali Yuga or whatever comes in, Satya Yuga, I don't know, but this Maha-Mantra is the sum and substance. This Maha-Mantra is the conqueror of all worlds. It's sometimes you hear it very classically chanted, like in the Drupad system. No? They can chant it. In the Drupad system, they can chant one mantra like 5 minutes, you know. Yeah? They have that style. Then there is the Bangladesh version that it's a little bit more faster than the Drupad one, no? But it's also like the Vivayasati style, no? The Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, like this thing. They can also extend it quite a lot, no? Oops, almost kicked my juice. So there's no hard and fast rules how you chant the Hare Krishna, no? Even reggae is quite popular. Actually, I haven't heard a heavy metal Maha-Mantra yet. Anybody of you has heard? A Maha-Mantra in heavy metal? Who said bhajan? So it reached heavy metal also. Well, I don't like heavy metal, so I was spared. But everything in overtones, in classical, in folklore, in anything, you know. Maha-Mantra conquer all. For example, in Hungary, how was our Maha-Mantra in the Hungarian traditional style? You remember, Harijan? How was it? which you used to sing. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Oh, that was so beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Yes. That was one way. And another one we used to sing is, let's see if I remember that. It's not coming. Anyway, yours was the perfect representation of Hungarian folk song Maha-Mantra. No? Of course, for Mexico, we have it forever, eternalized. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, there's a song, it's called The Cockroach. No? So everybody knows that song. If you sing it in that song, everybody smiles and goes, Hare Krishna. And it goes on and on. There was one devotee, his name was Nirantara. He started singing the mantra in all the famous melodies of Frank Sinatra, of the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, and he would just copy it all and make also songs in their melodies. So in this way we could say the Maha-Mantra was on a culture invasion. It completely invaded the planet Earth with its most beautiful rhythms and melodies and steps of dance. Nobody escaped the grace of the Maha-Mantra. This is something special. This is we are talking about this like, okay, Maha-Mantra. No. This is the #1 song of planet Earth. The next one you're going to see some Mars man. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. The Chinese already chanting. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Everybody the way they can, you know. There's no restriction and there's no competition. There will not be another name of God as much chanted and heard and celebrated on planet Earth than this. And that's our song. So we have a reason to rejoice. We have a reason to celebrate. We can celebrate the polka of the Hare Krishna Maha-Mantra. How is the polka? Yeah, we were singing polka Hare Krishna already. You don't know what's polka and you're from Poland, no? Polka's from Czech? No. Well, if you say so, I have to accept it. If somebody else would have said so, then maybe not. So, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So the Maha-Mantra is our very life and soul. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Jai, Jai, Jai. So the Maha-Mantra is really, it is the key prayer. It is the key, the key entrance to the world of bhakti. You see, the Maha-Mantra is not only music. The Maha-Mantra is the name of God. And it says, in the Srimad Bhagavatam, let's see if I remember this verse. So many impressions, sometimes just escaped me the Sanskrit, but the translation is that the name of God and God Himself, they're not different. The same potency is invested in the Maha-Mantra. It means when you chant the name of Krishna, you're in contact with Krishna. Even though you chant Namaparad, Namabas or Shuddhanam, there's different types of chanting, different qualities of chanting. Obviously it's not all the same, but it's Maha-Mantra, it's going to go in there deep. It's like when you start chanting Maha-Mantra, it goes right inside of you and it makes a big like, it's like everything is turned around. Hey, what is this? Meat? No meat. Smoking? No smoking. But before you didn't stop smoking for years, but now you don't want to see a cigarette. Can you imagine a devotee with a cigarette? Looks so stupid, no? Huh? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. You mean to chant Hare Krishna? No more cigarette. That's why the cigarette industry don't like the Hare Krishna Maha-Mantra. I don't blame them. It destroys their business. Which is a business supposed to be destroyed, but whatever, And then what about the alcohol industry? Can you drink Hare Krishna can you sing Hare Krishna with a beer? I mean, everything is possible. We have already seen some drunkards. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Yeah, you guys want to drink? No? But it doesn't fit together, no? It doesn't really match. So if you sing Hare Krishna, like in India now, they're starting to drink alcohol in the festivals, like in the marriages. They drink alcohol, not in all the marriages, but in some. But if they drink alcohol, they won't chant the holy name anymore. It's when you start chanting the Vedic mantras, then you cannot have alcohol. You cannot have Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, give me a whiskey. Huh? No, it does not fit together. It does not match. So the Maha-Mantra does that. It comes into you and it goes everything, and then you see. I mean, can you chant Hare Krishna and watch a Rambo movie at the same time?
No.
What do you think?
No, you can't.
You can't. Well, you can't. I know some people they could, but but you are right. You can't. You can't watch a stupid movie and chant the Maha-Mantra at the same time, because the Maha-Mantra will tell you, turn this machine off. That's off. And turn the Maha-Mantra on. Turn your anarthas off. Turn your service attitude on. Like we have a ceremony. I saw that in Bangladesh, there was a youth forum. I learned from that, and that said, turn off your bad habits. So people have bad habits, but how you turn them off, that's not easy, because a bad habit is a kind of an addiction. So how to turn it off? Well, with the Maha-Mantra, you find the turn off button for the anarthas and for the bad habits. So like this. Or you can't go to the casino with the japa in one hand, throwing in a coin and making Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Doesn't match, no? Doesn't match, no. You've never seen somebody in a casino with a japa playing on this stupid machine. Why? Because it does not match. That's the power of the Maha-Mantra. It shows us where we fit, and it shows us where we do not fit. There was one movie, very nice movie. I highly recommend it. That movie is so good that I say every child should watch the movie once a month so they don't forget the message. Let's see who knows what movie I'm talking about. Let's see how much you're on my synth on my wavelengths. No. Yes. That's it. Prakashananda. Welcome Prakashananda to the Parikrama. From Colombia directly, came here quickly. Yes, Osmosis Jones. That movie is an absolute must. It teaches about the soul, it teaches about contamination, it teaches about natural living. It's a must. And in the middle of the movie, the star is going through the stomach. The movie takes place inside of a body, larger parts. And in the stomach area, there is a few Hare Krishnas making kirtan. You remember that? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. No, that was very funny. Absolutely funny, Like in the city, sometimes you meet the Hare Krishnas, no? So they are part of the face of the picture of the world. So, but in the city of John, this guy, the city of Jones or something like that, there the Hare Krishnas were doing a kirtan in the train station. It was so funny. But this is how far the Maha-Mantra has gone. It's gone into the movie industry, into the Hollywood, Bollywood. It's there. The Maha-Mantra is widely acclaimed. But the Maha-Mantra is really Krishna's personal incarnation for this age. That means the Lord has made a trick with the Kali Yuga. He has made a big trick. He has come with this trick on top of us. He has come with his trick to inundate us. And now here, this Radhanath Swami is here. He's giving classes to 5,000-6,000 people. Last night I was with Ramesh Baba, 7,000 people. And what they do? They all chant Hare Krishna. And all the big Swamis of Vrindavan, they chant Hare Krishna. The big yogis, they have to chant Hare Krishna. If you're not chanting Hare Krishna, you're not in. So you kind of have to do it. The Maha-Mantra has penetrated to this material world. It has given its major push that the people in the world can turn off their bad habits and come to a higher understanding. So we should be very, very, very proud of our Maha-Mantra. As other mantras, for example, the Vallabha Sampradaya, they're chanting, how was it? Govinda Namo Namaha. Who knows the Vallabha Sampradaya's mantra? Sri Krishna Charanam Mama. No? Yeah. Sri Krishna Charanam Mama. Main mantra. Yes, Sri Krishna Charanam Mama. Yeah, that is Vallabhacharya's main mantra. And hardly you have heard it, no? has not made the mainstream anywhere. And of course it's Krishna's name. And there's so many, even Govinda Jai Jai, Gopala Jai Jai, Radharamana Hari, Govinda Jai Jai. This is also famous mantra, but nothing can compare with the Maha-Mantra. So we should be very proud of it, and that should be one of the reasons why we keep chanting it. Because one of the offenses against the holy name of Krishna is not to chant it. That's one of the offenses. So you should chant every day Hare Krishna. I mean, meditation-wise, there's many meditations, and maybe they have given out some mantras to people, like Maharishi Yogi gives Kling Ain, a few mantras he gives to everybody, like Bija mantras, and they also have been chanted a lot, but they can't compare with the Maha-Mantra, because you start with 16 rounds. That means you really beat it off, 1,700 and something times a day just to chant 16 rounds, no? So you're really on. One round, 108 Maha-Mantras. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. 16 rounds, 1,700. 64 rounds. Boy, this guy never stops. No? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. 3 lakhs, Haridas Thakur. God, who's going to count those Maha-Mantras which have been chanted on this planet? This is dimensions only God can count. And this is our prayer. So what I'm saying is, you should be so proud that you have been initiated in the Maha-Mantra. And you should be so proud to introduce the Maha-Mantra to everybody else who you meet in your life. You can do it with music, you can do it with meditation. Yeah, I think one mantra can compete with the Maha-Mantra. But not in music. That's called Om. And Om is Radha and Krishna and Jiva. So the Om is, it's a Bija mantra. That's why most of the mantras begin with Om. Nama Om. So, but musically speaking, or like even japa, who knows? The Om japa. I think the Maha-Mantra will definitely win. The Maha-Mantra will be the most chanted mantra in the history of this planet. Hayaya. That is something. Hey, you are chanting the mantra which has made the greatest changes on this planet, which keeps making changes, which goes into the heart and turns people's heart around, which takes meat eaters into vegetarians very quickly. Immediately you will see a huge transformation in a person who chants the Maha-Mantra. Therefore, please chant the Maha-Mantra. Therefore, never give it up. You can see the Maha-Mantra I've told that story many times, but it fits in here, and that is, I first heard the Maha-Mantra in the musical Hair. I was fascinated. I had no idea what it means. I knew nothing about Vedic culture, but somehow this mantra gets stuck with me. And maybe a week or two later, I was called for military recruitment. And I didn't know what I was. I was a communist, I was a hippie, I was some kind of sankocho of everything, you know. But when I heard I have to go to the army, I was like, oh no. So that day, I had a little bell, like we use for doing offerings, no? And I had that bell on a string, so I had it around my neck, like a cow. Right? So you can ring it. So I had this bell, that was my kirtan instrument, and so when I went to this recruitment place, and I was looking pretty crazy, long hair, hippie. I had a long jacket, flowing jacket like Batman, with Che Guevara painted on the back. No? So I was a crazy case. So then everybody was sitting on the chair waiting for his interview. I sat on the floor and started ringing that bell and started chanting Hare Krishna from the hair musical. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I don't know, maybe I sat there for 2 hours chanting. It was my first good chanting of Maha-Mantra. And I was scared. I said, if they take me in as a soldier, I have to run around with these crazy soldiers. No. It was for me like, oh no. So I was chanting with conviction, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. I was tense, you know. So then when my term came, I still remember there was this few guys and one was sitting behind the desk looking at me sternly, because while everybody was waiting, they had their people going up and down and like checking who are the people, because they were recruiting soldiers, no? That was a soldier recruitment. So the man looked at me and says, people like you, we do not need. The Maha-Mantra saved me from military service. Without argument, they put me in something in German, it's called Ersatzreserve 2. That's the people they call into war when everybody else has died. When they put the lame and the blind and say, come on, fight for your country. No, they think, okay, brother, what do I gonna do? No? So I was put into the last reserve. Like any young man would be put into that, he would feel very ashamed. Oh, I'm useless. They don't want my camp, serve my country. I can laugh about it now. I wasn't laughing at that moment. You know? Oh, God's grace. Anyhow, I can tell you many stories like this of other devotees, how Krishna saved them from the military. But that was my story. And it was a story of the Maha-Mantra. And I wasn't a devotee, and I didn't know what the Maha-Mantra meant. I didn't know. Nobody had explained me anything. It was the magic of the Maha-Mantra. Maha-Mantra ki! So, this is my testimony on the Maha-Mantra. I know that each and every one of you has another experience and another testimony. I mean, Vrindavan Chanda, a little kid, you know, not anymore, but he's traveling around the world with the Maha-Mantra, you know. almost like Narada Muni, they pay him to go to US to play and things like, my goodness, who's going to pay anybody to go to the US? I mean, the Colombians, they all want to go to the US and they never can get in. This guy goes there to chant Hare Krishna, and they pay his ticket, Was it like that? So, I mean, the Maha-Mantra it opens doors, it does anything. The Maha-Mantra is working in its own ruling, in its own determination. Therefore, really we want to offer our most respectful and humble obeisances to the holy name of Krishna, who has come into our heart in a moment when we needed it the most. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Vastaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavati Paskachari. Because it was Maha-Mantra was brought to us by Prabhupada. Prabhupada, he went to Tompkins Square Park. You can see those movies, Prabhupada sitting under a tree in Tompkins Square Park, or a little later in Hayeshbury. Hayeshbury, the hippie heaven. Where the first Rasa Yatra was held, where the hippies were hanging around in the Golden Gate Park. And there you see him beating on a little drum. I mean a little drum, a joke, And Prabhupada, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And everybody's chanting and dancing around Prabhupada. No amplifier, no special performance, no attractive instruments, just Swamiji and a teeny little drum. So he brought the Maha-Mantra, right? It can't be denied. There's no competition, there's no question about it. He brought the Maha-Mantra to the world. He got the Beatles to chant. He got the Hair musical to chant. Maybe he didn't get the Quintessence people to chant. Maybe they got from another group, yoga group or contact. But then the Quintessence also met Prabhupada, so. The painter of all the covers of the Quintessence albums, that painter became Prabhupada's disciple. And he gave me that picture he painted to use for the inbound yoga. I met him in Hawaii by accident, if there is such a thing as an accident. So this is what I wanted to say this morning about the Maha-Mantra, The Maha-Mantra is the Srimad Bhagavatam. The Maha-Mantra is the Bhagavad Gita. The Maha-Mantra is all the scriptures. All the scriptures are inside the Maha-Mantra. So if we are not very intelligent and we don't have much time and we can't read many books, just chant this Maha-Mantra. When we go out and cleaning Mayapur, cleaning Vrindavan, we chant the Maha-Mantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. But I promised you a song, so I want to do this. Prayer to Yoga Maya. Prayer to Yoga Maya. Today, what day of the week is? Today is Saturday. Yes? So this will be a very busy weekend in Vrindavan. Prayer to Yoga Maya from Kalyana Kalpataru. Amara samanahina nahiye samsare ashtira yechi pade baba aravare kula devi Yoga Maya more kripa kori avarana sambarive kabe vishvodhari Sunechi agame vede mahima tumara Sri Krishna vimukhe bandi kadau samsara Sri Krishna samukya jara bhakya kramahaya Dare mukti daya kore ashoka bhaya Edasya janani kari akaita vadaya Vrindavane dehasthana tumi Yoga Maya Tomake langi yakota jive Krishna paya Krishna rasa prakatila tomada kripaya Tumi Krishna Sahachari Jagata Janani Tumi Dekaile More Krishna Chintamani Nishkapata Hayamata Chaumodapani Vaishnavi Vishvashavriddhi Haka Pratikshane Vaishnava Charana Bina Bhava Paravada Bhakti Vinodnade Haibari Para There's no one as lowly as me within the creation. I have become restless upon falling to this ocean. Family goddess Yoga Maya, please give me your mercy. When will this veil be removed, Mother Vishwadhari? I have heard your greatness from the Vedic literature. Those who turn away from Sri Krishna, you bind to this world. Those who turn towards Sri Krishna, the great fortune just comes, freeing them from fear and sorrow. You grant liberation. Give this servant, O Mother, your causeless compassion. Please arrange, O Yoga Maya, my place in Vrindavan. By skipping you, where have any souls obtained Lord Krishna? Manifested by your grace are Krishna's divine Leela. You are Krishna's own companion, Mother of the world. You've arranged to show to me the Krishna touchstone jewel. Oh Mother, I want to have, without duplicity, strong faith in the Vaishnavas at all times increasing. Bhakti Yoga says we can never reach to the other side of this world without the Vaishnava's feet. Bhakti Vinoda says we can never reach to the other side of this world without the Vaishnava's feet. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Questions, commentaries, testimonies. Who wants to give a real life Maha-Mantra testimony like mine. I think I got one of the most original testimonies, especially since I didn't know what it was meaning. Any other testimonies for the Maha-Mantra or questions? This topic, Maha-Mantra, should be the chat of tomorrow. Somebody can type it for the chat. Yes, please. Radha Govinda. It's an ambiguous topic, because when the devotees chant and somebody gives a donation to them, that's wonderful. Good for them and good for the devotees also. So, but if you say, I will chant for you if you pay me so much, this is a kind of not a transaction which we desire. But you see that then there's many professional musicians, they live doing music, and sometimes they're requested to chant the Maha-Mantra. So of course they can also chant the Maha-Mantra. It's not a hard and fast rule. It's just, you should not make Krishna your, like to get money from his name and fame, and you don't even do service, no? That should not be done. So if you do make money with the Maha-Mantra or anything, then you have to spend it for Krishna immediately, and then you're safe. Like somebody asks you, please come and chant. Come with your harmonium and chant, we have a nice program. And you say, yes, I will go, but I need a donation for my preaching project of my spiritual master. It's not a problem. Any other question? Yes, Gopinath.
What is the reason we also use the Gayatri?
Huh?
What is the reason we also use not just the Maha-Mantra, but also use the Gayatri?
Oh, because our spiritual masters have given it to us. And in the Sri Guru in his grace, there's a nice description that the Maha-Mantra reaches down to the lowest. Then you come in contact with Gayatri and it trains you up, and it brings you to the highest standard of devotion. But then at some point, the Gayatri mantra is not so important, but the Maha-Mantra continues. So the Maha-Mantra will always be there. King of mantras. Yes.
Ich habe eine Frage. Ich habe gehört, Prabhupada Maha-Mantra gespielt. Ich habe nie gehört Ramo, aber ich höre Ramo. Gibt es Unterschied?
Das sind auch Aussprachen. Hat keine Wichtigkeit. Sometimes, I tell you a joke. One devotee was sitting next to another devotee. They were traveling in a bus, and they were both chanting japa. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. And the one devotee was listening how the others is chanting. And he said, Prabhu, can I say something? Yes. What is it you? I think when you chant the mantra, you're missing out one Hare. You're missing out one Hare in the mantra. The Buddha said, okay, I try. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. He kept chanting. A little while after, the other one he was chanting, he was falling asleep while he was chanting. Then the other said, Prabhu, can I say something? He said, yes. I think you're missing out the whole mantra. So, if a Chinese chants mantra, there will be one thing when a German guy chants. When a Bengali chants Maha-Mantra, it sounds different than when a Hindustani chants. Even they have different pronunciation. So, don't make much of that. Just try to chant it the best you can. And the best is the feeling in the heart, the bhav. What's the feeling? What you aspire for from the mantra? What are you hoping for? That is the real issue. When is the Mirabai festival?